चलिए सीधे रुक कर रहे हैं दिल्ली का, जहां पर वन रैंक वन पेंशन को लेकर पूर्व सैनिक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं।
That I'm going to give you. The data is important, and why we have requested for this presser is to convey to the general public a lot of wrong information which has been coming out in the last 2 to 3 weeks. On my left is Group Captain Gandhi, who is the General Secretary of the Indian Ex-Servicemen Movement, and that is Wing Commander Sharma, who is the Treasurer of the Indian Ex-Servicemen Movement. Wing Commander Naib, who is a double VRC. Now I have got your company of people who do not mince words, who do not pull punches, who do not tell lies. Because as far as these uniformed services are concerned, there are no shades other than black and white. There are three issues which I wish to highlight today. One, please remember what I'm saying, please note it down or you can record it. There are no demands. These are not demands. Please stop using the word demands. Demand is if you want something which is out of the ordinary. This is something more already that we have already done. Number two, it is not a bonanza. Number three, this 3% increment. There is no such thing as a 3% increment. It is a misnomer which has been floated by inimical parties which want to do us wrong. There is no such thing as 3% increment. Nobody is asking for 3% increment. What we have asked for is a periodic review of pension so that at no stage the definition of one rank, one pension as accepted by the Parliament, and that is the highest decision-making body in this country, is violated even by letter. And in that context, I will explain to you what is the ramification of this review and what it will cost the government. The total cost of one rank, one pension for 1 year, keeping in mind the base year being accepted as 13-14, 2013-2014, is 8,293 crores. Now there is no ambiguity in that figure, neither more nor less. This has been worked out by no less than the three service pay cells. It has been counter-checked by the Controller General of Defence Accounts, and finally it has been supervised by the Ministry of Defence
and Defence Minister.
And it is scrutinized before submission personally by the Honorable Raksha Mantri. Now after all this, and this happened on 17th of March, if after all this there is still an ambiguity as to the how much, then there is something wrong somewhere. Number two, subsequently, that it is going to be thousands and thousands of crores of payouts in perpetuity. It is a lie. It is a misnomer. It has been floated by people who do not know what they are talking about. To go into the specifics of the payouts subsequently, I will request Group Captain Gandhi to give out those figures.
Gentlemen, Defence Minister, ladies and gentlemen, दोनों बोल दूंगा मैं. Defence Minister himself had calculated the figures of 8,294 crores. Thereafter, he has also calculated that expenditure on the government of India for pension equalization per year. As per his calculation, pension equalization for the first year is going to cost 0.86% of the 8,300 crores, which is amounting to only 72 crores.
72 crores, please note, 72 crores is
Second,
the payout.
second year it will be 0.62%, which is come to approximately 50 crores. Third year, 0.4%, coming to only 30 crores. And fourth year, 0.23%, coming to 17 crores. And if you total up all this, it comes to 169 crores. Please divide by 5, it is not more than 33 crores per year to the government, which some parties in the government are trying to say it will run into thousands of crores. Some parties in the government are saying that we are asking for monthly and yearly increments. But these are wrong words. We have never asked for increments. Let me explain to you. If a guy has put in 26 years of service in any particular rank, and if you have fixed his pension at 26 years service of the guy who is retiring today in the same rank, there is no question of any further increase because he is getting the maximum of 26 years of service. So there is no, the 3% increase only comes up in certain exceptional cases where, because of some reasons, government increases the pension of the present day pensioners. That must get passed to the past funds also. Example I'll give you is, like the government did not correctly interpret our rank pay structure. Government did not implement correctly recommendation of 6 pay commission. Now, the corrections came in between the period. Therefore, those corrections are required and they should be automatically passed on to the past pensioners also. What is more important in this is that every year or any time of the year, a junior should not get pension more than his senior. The moment it happens, this anomaly must be rectified immediately. अब मैं आपको हिंदी में बताता हूँ. सरकार की तरफ से जो आजकल स्टेटमेंट्स आ रही हैं, जैसे टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में और दूसरे अखबारों में आई हैं, वो देश को गुमराह करने या सरकार को गुमराह करने के लिए हैं. उनमें तथ्य कोई भी नहीं है. उसमें यह लिखा जाता है कि एक्स सर्विसमैन हर महीने या हर साल 3% इंक्रीमेंट डिमांड कर रहे हैं. कृपया ध्यान रखिए, न तो हमने 3% इंक्रीमेंट डिमांड ईयरली किया है, न हर महीने किया है. और ये सरासर झूठी खबर है और देश को गुमराह करने के लिए खबर है और एक्स सर्विसमैन पूर्व सैनिकों की जो इज्जत है उसको क्षति करने के लिए किया जा रहा है. अब ये सरकार ने ऐसा क्यों कर रही है, अपने पूर्व सैनिकों के साथ क्यों दुर्व्यवहार करना चाहती है, उनकी इमेज क्यों खराब करना चाहती है, ये सरकार को सोचना पड़ेगा. मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि रक्षा मंत्री जी ने जो 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन के लिए फिगर कैलकुलेट किए हैं वो है 8,293 करोड़. उन्होंने ये भी कैलकुलेशन किया है कि पेंशन इक्वलाइजेशन के नाम पर, जिसको आप पेंशन इंक्रीमेंट बोल रहे हैं, जबकि उसका सही नाम पेंशन इक्वलाइजेशन है, पहले साल उसमें 0.86% का खर्चा आएगा जो लगभग 72 करोड़ के आसपास होगा. दूसरे साल उसका खर्चा आएगा 0.62% जो लगभग 50 करोड़ के पास होगा. तीसरा आएगा 0.4%.
तो 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन के लेकर जो है पूर्व सैनिक अपनी बातों को रखते हुए दिखाई दे रहे हैं कि गुमराह किया जा रहा है. हमारी ऐसी कोई डिमांड नहीं है कि हमें हर 3 महीने या साल में बढ़ोतरी चाहिए 3% की. उसको लेकर यहाँ पर क्लैरिफिकेशन दे रहे हैं. फिलहाल रुक रहे हैं दिल्ली का ही, जहाँ पर पीएम मोदी का भाषण चल रहा है और आपको बता दें कि हिंदू बुद्ध इस कम्युनिटी को लेकर जो है सभा हो रही है.
Anywhere outside, but about looking within. In 3 words, Appa Dipo Bhava. Be. Gautam Buddha gave humanity the greatest management lesson. Nothing pained him more than mindless conflict that caused human suffering. Non-violence was integral to his worldview. The message and teachings of Gautam Buddha resonate loudly and clearly with the major themes chosen for this symposium. The themes of avoiding conflicts, moving towards environmental consciousness, and a concept of free and frank dialogue. The three themes may appear independent, but they are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they are mutually dependent and supportive. The conflict in the first theme is among humans, religions, communities, and nation states, also between non-state actors and states and even the world. Intolerant non-state actors now control large territories where they are unleashing barbaric violence on innocent. The second, between nature and man, and development, and also between nature and science. These types of conflicts call for dialogue to bring about conflict avoidance, not just give and take conflict resolution, negotiations as what is happening today. Ethical values of personal restraint in consumption and environmental consciousness are deeply rooted.
तो हिंदू आपको बता दें कि वैश्विक हिंदू बौद्ध ये सम्मेलन जहां पर पीएम मोदी का भाषण चल रहा है और वैश्विक संघर्ष और पर्यावरण के मुद्दे को लेकर पीएम मोदी इस वक्त अपना भाषण दे रहे हैं। फिलहाल इस बुलेटिन में इतना ही। देश और दुनिया की तमाम खबरों के लिए आप देखते रहें सुदर्शन न्यूज। जय हिंद।